absolute power comes from vast knowledge, expanding over the majority of things, and experiences that accompany them along with strength and skill in your own right. For an angel, being atop the multiverse in terms of strength makes them some of the most interesting beings in Dragon Ball, as we've never seen them fight, but are constantly told just how powerful they are compared to everyone else. The hierarchy goes from the top, the Omni King, then the Grand Priest, the Angels, and the Destroyer Gods, and things have sort of always been this way, as no one in the God Realm dares step out of line. However, out of all 18 universes that existed at a point in time, there was one. The introduction of Universe 13 in Dragon Ball Super Kai has raised a ton of new questions in my head when it comes to the erased universes and the beings that used to live there. Marino, the former angel of this universe, has returned, but for some reason his interests lie in the 7th now. Why is Marino here now? And not only how did he survive Zeno, but once the universe is erased and there's no more Destroyer God, isn't the angel supposed to shut down too? As of a few chapters ago, it seems that Marino's interests reside within finding the strongest warriors this universe has to offer, and in his words, locating the secrets of why this place is so significant and still here. Upon arriving on Beerus' planet, he challenges both Goku and Vegeta right away, with Goku taking on the angel first while Vegeta and Whis spectate. Goku lands the first punch, but even beyond that, it's clear that Marino has been toying with them this whole time, as Whis begs them not to go any further. However, once Pan gets involved, Goku is then sent off to an undisclosed location, leaving the three in another realm. Marino has been unstoppable so far, and rightfully so, having the title of the strongest angel, but things have gotten quite interesting now, as the Grand Priest himself has descended upon them, and he isn't happy that Marino is still here, but after a short conversation, Marino once again escapes through a portal, leaving them to not only worry of his next move, but what of Goku as well. If you guys want to check out Dragon Ball Super Kai for yourselves, the link to the original story will be down below in the description box, so if you're enjoying the strongest angel along with the Universe 13 saga, be sure to go check it out and consider leaving a like on this video as well. Before the video gets started, be sure you guys have that notification bell turned on so you never miss an upload, and follow me on both Twitch and Twitter to keep up with me and all anime related updates. But without further ado, with Marino's next move being a complete mystery at this point, as he steps back into a portal and disappears again, the only thing Whis and the others can really do at this time is somehow help the Grand Priest track him down and find out just where Goku is, but luckily the Grand Priest says that he may have a pretty good idea. Goku, still in this undisclosed location, is alone for what seems to be endless miles, as he's surrounded by complete nothingness in this void or realm or wherever Marino sent him. Goku goes on to comment just how odd and empty this place is, saying that not only is it so cold and lifeless, but he can't even sense anything at all here. His anger hasn't subsided though, as he curses Marino, promising to find him, but Goku has to act quick if he expects to make it in time to save anybody. At this exact moment, however, Goku senses something strange behind him, but as quickly as it appeared, it's gone again, as Goku once again can't sense anything at all, but this little slip up won't get away from him, as he's determined to find whatever energy that was. He places his fingers to his forehead in an attempt to zone in on this energy and teleport to it with instant transmission, but when he does, he just moves to more nothingness, as he still can't lock on to any energies at all. All of a sudden, the energy presents itself again, but this time it's accompanied by someone, as Goku looks in the distance and says, "Hey wait, who's that guy?" as an odd figure floats across from him. This seems to be the source of the energy Goku sensed prior, as he also comments that this guy looks oddly familiar for some reason, but Goku could never have imagined what he's just stumbled upon, as the figure's raspy voice creaks. "Well now, what do we have here? I haven't seen a mortal in billions of years. How interesting of a surprise." The person that stands before Goku right now eerily resembles the god amongst gods, the alpha and the omega of the Dragon Ball universe, the Omni King, but this being seems a lot more sophisticated than the Zeno we know, as he eyes Goku both intrigued at what they've just bumped into. As Vegeta, Whis, and the Grand Priest stand conversing further actions on Beerus' planet, it seems that the gods have requested Vegeta cease all involvement in this matter immediately. Vegeta angrily protests to this, saying surely they aren't trying to save him from ending up like Kakarot, as unbiased as angels are supposed to be, so why would I back down from a challenge now of all times? But in defense of Whis and the Grand Priest, it does make sense that they wouldn't want mortals further involved in their trials, because Whis and the Grand Priest know exactly how dangerous Myrno is, and it probably would be better for everyone if they just handled this themselves. The Grand Priest goes on to explain to Vegeta pretty much just that, as he says that they as angels will correct one of their own, as Myrno just intends to use Vegeta and the other mortals as pawns in his little game, for his own enjoyment, so it's not Vegeta nor Goku's job to stand up to him, or try to stop him for that matter. The last thing he says, as ominous as it is that Myrno is even more deceiving than he is powerful, as Whis goes on to assure Vegeta that he can leave Goku to them as well, promising to find him and return him to their realm shortly. He also makes a pretty good point, saying that if Myrno really wanted Goku, or any of them outside of the Grand Priest dead for that matter, he'd done it already. This situation has grown beyond dangerous for all of them, as they still don't know the full extent of Myrno's knowledge and power so far, as Whis says that he'll inform the other angels immediately after he's taken Vegeta and Pan back to Earth. Back on Earth, and this is something I've kind of been wondering about this entire time, but Gohan is stunned to learn that Pan has just vanished, as Videl tries to explain to him, yeah, one minute she was here and then the next, just gone. And this whole time I was wondering just who was watching Pan, and would somebody be going crazy if some arm just kept dragging her in and out of a portal? But outside, this is when Vegeta descends to their house, telling them to open up, as Gohan immediately recognizes not only his voice, but another key with him as well, saying, could that possibly be? As the door opens and Vegeta presents Pan back to Gohan and Videl. Obviously a lot of questions are following, just how in the world Pan ended up with Vegeta out of thin air like that. However, things are much worse than either of them can even imagine. Gohan goes on to thank Vegeta anyway for returning Pan home safely, as he says, one minute she was just playing with her toys, then the next, she was gone. Did you have anything to do with that, Vegeta? It's not like her, but thank you anyway. But Vegeta's face can be read all too well, as you can almost see the conflict within himself, as Gohan asks, hey Vegeta, what exactly happened? Vegeta, still silent, begins to walk off, but Gohan is beginning to put some clues together now as he yells, wait, Vegeta, what happened? I don't sense my dad's ki anymore, with Vegeta halting in his tracks and telling Gohan, listen to me very carefully. You need to be ready to fight at a moment's notice, and you need to be ready to fight with everything you've got. Worry is beginning to present itself on Gohan's face, but the last thing Vegeta says to him is to do what he must, but when we call for you, we need you to be at your peak, and you need to do it fast. We'll explain the rest later as Vegeta flies off, leaving that to simmer with Gohan and Videl. Vegeta heads back home to Capsule Corp shortly after, but when he descends, he has quite the surprise waiting on him. Bulma is sitting outside waiting for Vegeta as she says, oh, hey Vegeta, glad you're back. You have a visitor. He says you guys met this morning or a few hours ago or something like that. Vegeta, with this confused face, says, huh? A few hours ago? What do you mean? Wait, what does he look like? And it's at this point that Vegeta turns his head, only to find Myrno at his house, having tea at his table, as he says, my, good afternoon Vegeta, surprised to see me? With a slight chuckle. Leaving Vegeta beyond shocked and forced to fend for himself and his family against the strongest angel without the help of the Grand Priest, Whis, or even Goku.